kick it. You know what I'm saying? Let's kick it. Let's kick it. How you doing today? You kicking it? Heading back home. Back to Crawfordville. So I see something great, I may spend the night, but I doubt it. I've been through here like a zillion times in my life. But I would do it if opportunity presented itself. I just running on empty, Jackson Brown. Cruising down the expressway. About 485, I think, something right around there, depending on what way you go. But I mean, this is like not the greatest place to go up to where I live in Georgia. There's a million ways you can go. Actually, that's actually why I didn't stay right until noon the last second. I've got tons of video and photos. I got some great shots last night of pelicans and a peregrine falcon. And I don't want to miss out on daylight photography opportunities. You know, I should have left earlier probably, but whatever comes my way, comes my way. But when you go up this way, half of it is through like rural areas, which I usually like, but it doesn't make sense to do those at night. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. You don't need to make the decision till you get up around Jacksonville. Hey Blue, how you doing? You can go, a lot of people go all the way to Savannah and then cut northwest, which I hate going out of my way. It's about 20 minutes longer, but I just play it by ear. Man, it was a great. I haven't had a cold. I can't tell you the last time I had a cold. And I had an absolute cold from hell. I didn't realize it, but it was just starting when I left. And then I only got like 3.5 hours sleep, man. I felt like shit. It didn't keep me from doing anything, though. I still did my videos and photos and enjoyed it. So I'm not complaining. But I still don't feel that great. Oh, good. You getting some cold weather out there? I had a guy back into me this morning as I was pulling out, rear-ended. He backed into my back end, didn't do anything, put like a little scrape. And that's another reason why I drive old vehicles. I could care less. He looked like he was going to start crying. He had one of those Toyotas 4Runners, and it was his fault. Fucking baby. Oh, good for you. I still, you got a lot of time to think when you're by yourself, and I lived down here for a while, but I know this for sure. I can say that just to come down, I love the sound of the ocean, and I love unobstructed views. Like, I don't want to stay places where there are barrier islands or I'm on an intercoastal. It's just not as fun. And that place, they bolted shut the sliding door in the bedroom, which kind of changed things a little bit, to be honest with you. It's still good, but it's not as good as it was before. I got a third version of why they did that this morning. Who knows? I mean, it's like that in every high-rise with open windows. In Chicago, it was like that. This guy claimed a door hit somebody in the face and broke their nose. Well, every single high-rise on both sides of the state, I guarantee you, those doors were meant to slide open and go out, and everybody knows wind comes through. So I guess it's just an attempt to make it idiot-proof. But I confirmed what I've known all along, and once in a while I need a sobering shock of reality, and that I would not want to live down here under any circumstances. Once you get outside of that room and on the highway, even if it's only a quarter of a mile from the ocean, it sucks. All these ugly-ass, non-indigenous trees growing all over. Just bumper-to-bumper traffic. Everybody waiting in line for breakfast, dinner, lunch. Fuck that. I've realized, I would rate Crawfordville, minus the view in the ocean, which is huge, I know. It's, as far as overall quality of life, you can't beat it. Yeah, visiting is good enough. That's exactly right. And I've learned that, too, with mountain states, too. Like, I like the mountains, and I like going there, but nah, I wouldn't want to live in the mountains. It's just, to me, you lose too much daylight. You get an inch of snow, and it's a major issue. It's kind of damp a lot because of the lack of sunlight, particularly with a low deck angle in the winter. I like visiting, but I wouldn't want to live there. But really, all things considered, I've realized, and you couldn't have convinced me of this early on, that I think Crawfordville overall is the best place I've ever lived. Hey, Lucid. Yeah, that's crazy. Anchorage doesn't really get too much snow. It's about the same as Chicago. Yeah, that is crazy. I don't know if you've ever been to Anchorage or a lot, but there's a lot of, I wouldn't say myths, because they're recordable facts that you can research and find yourself. But use it for a long time. I don't know what it is now, but that's where you stood the most likeliest chance of getting murdered, Anchorage. And if you look at crime in general as a state, the dope and crime in Alaska is nuts. Anchorage, I'm sure, is the worst. You think you're going to go up there and just be looking out the window and seeing moose, polar bears. I got news for you. And this Florida, I tell people all the time, if you've got money, Florida's great. Where if the roof leaks, you call the roofing contractor. If it's plumber, you call the plumber. You got a landscaping crew. You're never out there clipping those 1/4-inch thick stalk leaves, burning out your hedge trimmer at 110 degrees. Somebody else is doing it. Everything's air conditioned. You got a nice pool that's taken care of. If you really have money, you got a chef. And all you do is come out, you drink your tea, and look out the window and tell everybody what a beautiful day it is, because you don't need to do shit. But if you've got to work in this and maintain a drive-in traffic, like Monday through Friday job, and maintain property, good luck, man. Hey, Marcia. Good luck. I'm not kidding you. And you know, it gets hot in Georgia too. What's that, Marcia? So it's been worked out perfect, really. Couldn't have worked out better. Got a Dixie Crossroad big dinner. Went to Bizarro's a couple times. But parking down here is an absolute nightmare. The place I stay, you can't beat it. But you know what like I said before, it's a little dated. But if you a lot of people want to just go in and not have to go anywhere. I get that. Nice restaurant, and that doesn't have that. You got to drive, which sucks, and parking sucks. So that's why it's the cost that it is. And don't forget, when you come down to these places, they add fees on. It's not that bad, really. Well, it is kind of that bad, really. Because, you know, I got a rock bottom good rate. If you guys decide to go here, they match prices. I think you should do it if you like just to sit, not do anything. Just drink wine. See, you saw the sunrises. You don't get much of a sunset. You do on the other side, but that faces Melbourne, which is really a pretty cool town. Yeah, I think you'd really enjoy it just to get lost. You can fly into Melbourne too, but you know, it's only an hour from Orlando. Just sit and be brain dead looking out the window. I bought a 4-pack of Dragon's Milk last night. Didn't even drink one of them. You know, I'm still not feeling like that great. But if you just want a place, it's a great place to, you know, just go down to the beach, relax, party. You know, I'm an animal lover, but one thing down here, I don't know whether it's I'm getting older or what, but I mean, when I had dogs and stuff and growing up, it's like it was not animal friendly. I mean, I used to drag around pets with me on my PI work. It was a pain in the ass. They didn't want them staying there. They charged you a lot more. Well, now it's the opposite, almost too much. Now, you can't have pets where I was staying, but that's generally a pretty good indicator that the place is missing something major, generally like customers. Any place that accepts pets, it's going to be one notch down. Even if you got a pet and you love your pet, that's not what I'm talking about. And that place doesn't allow pets. But all these beaches and stuff, I can remember when I first moved down there in 92, you would get the death penalty if you took a damn dog on the beach. I mean, they were just watching for this shit all the time. For a million reasons. People, turtle eggs, migrating birds, crapping, not picking it up. Now it's the opposite. You go down to the beach now, not everywhere, but a lot of places, there's more damn dogs running around than there are people. And like today, I'm in Starbucks, I get a Starbucks coffee. Here's some guy comes in with a damn dog on a leash. It's like, you know what? That's all great and all that shit, but, you know, there's people that are allergic to dogs, have fears of dogs. I don't think when you go into a place to get something to eat or drink that you should be running into pets. Hey, Sandra. I mean, I don't really like it that much, to tell you the truth. I mean, I don't make a big deal about it, but yeah, Black History Month. Black History Month. Toni Morrison. Oh, that's cool. I'll tell you one thing. Alice Walker, Color Purple. She's from not far from where I live, Eatonton, although she doesn't live there anymore. And they have a writing clinic down there occasionally. I've never attended it. I saw who was going to be there. I thought about doing it. I didn't go it, but I can tell you this. You really learn a lot when you listen to a lecture by an African-American author. I mean, really. Just a different perspective. They see things differently. Even if they grew up in the same neighborhood as you. It's interesting. And they write accordingly. Oh, you were, Mark? Well, you've come a long way. Wow. You really have. Mark, are you going to go down there? Go down there, man. I got you lined up. I got a guy's name you can ask for when you go down. Anybody, really. It's no secret. But it'll get you the best deal. You know, it's weird. Hotel rooms, I'm the same way about it. I'll go out to a casino and drop a fucking grand like it's nothing. 2 hours. But then when it comes to gas, I'm driving around like a fucking nomad looking to save 3 cents a gallon. Same with hotels. It's like, oh yeah, what's the best rate I could get? I mean, I don't know what causes this with certain things. You go into Starbucks. I just got bent over for another $9 coffee. You think if you were concerned about value, you'd be getting your damn coffee at the local gas station. That's how the human mind works. It's weird. I can't figure it out. It's like, oh yeah, room rate. Oh, it's going to be $1 more. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to stay another day. Oh, what the fuck? Holy shit, you know. I don't think Mark Crock is coming down from Canada. Yeah. Pirate Radio. Yeah, I'm in Florida, heading out. I'm just going by Port Canaveral right now. I had them really try and stick it to me one time for a couple dogs in a car. I was just in the process of moving down here. I had a brand new van, filled it up with gas. We stopped by Cape Canaveral to see some fucking bullshit. I had the air conditioning on. We were in there about 45 minutes. I come out. There's like 2 federal police and this fucking local cop. It's like, hey, you Mr. Reed? It's like, yeah. It's like, it's illegal to leave dogs in cars. It's like, he said, we have a kennel here. It's like, yeah, well, these are pit bulls, and, they're not too popular, and it's a new car. It's filled with gas. And he says, well, what would have happened if the car quit running? I said, well, the fucking dogs would have died. What would happen if the fucking gravity quit? I mean, what is this, a quiz time? And he said, well, we take this serious. I said, well, I take it seriously too. I said, but the fact of the matter is, I didn't know you had kennels here. I didn't want to bring 2 pit bulls in. Nothing happened. The dogs are fine, so you going to give me a ticket or not? No, they wanted to, give me a lecture instead. It's like, okay, well, either give me a ticket or not. I won't do it again. I didn't know about this. And, everything isn't perfect. When you take kids in a car and they're seatbelted in, you hope you're not going to get in an accident. When you take them swimming, you hope they're not going to get drowned, get hit on their bike. I mean, there's risks with everything, but it was a pretty good risk under the circumstances. Nothing happened. I mean, you guys are writing tickets now for, things that haven't happened yet. It's bullshit. Oh, you like Cocoa Beach? Cocoa Beach has crazy crime. You look up Cocoa Beach crime. And Cocoa Beach is right where the water starts to turn blue a little bit. It doesn't get blue till Sebastian Inlet, about 18 miles south of where I was. Excuse me. Ron John's Surf Shop. Yeah, I don't think I realized how sick I was, to tell you the truth. My damn, I think my lungs were filled with shit. Yeah, I don't go by Cocoa Beach too much. Like I said, crazy crime. Ron John t-shirt. They basically run the whole Cocoa Beach. Oh, that's cool. That's interesting. Yeah, I read books to a blind guy when I was going to college. I often wonder what happened to him. Junior college. Lived down in Monroe, Michigan. His name was Jim. That fucker was demanding too, man. He'd call you up and say, "Hey, look, I got a quiz tomorrow, man. I need you to get over here right now and read this shit." Here from the Keys, probably 300 miles. That'd be my guess. Long ways. I'd say 300 miles. I've been down the Keys a million times. Keys is fun to visit too. I mean, the beaches aren't as good as around here. They don't really have too many beaches, and it's hard to get a room with a good view there because of that. I mean, the only thing to do at night is get drunk or go to drag shows. Yeah, it's that far. Yep, because it's probably you could look, just Google Melbourne to Key West. I would say it's around there, maybe 250. It's a ways, though, I'll tell you that. I mean, I'm all the way in Atlanta, and I got 475 miles to go from Melbourne. Yeah, it's cool down driving Key West. You know, the speeds are low down there because of those key deer. And besides, it's congested, and there's a lot of traffic, and they're two-lane highways. They are hell on speed down there, big time. I mean, the part of the problem with it, it's not that long, which doesn't make it that much of an issue. But it takes a while to get down there because you have to drive so damn slow. There are way better deals to fly direct to Key West now than there used to be. Yeah, it's not quite an island, or like a peninsula. I guess parts of it could be an island. Yeah, they're weird deer, though. Look them up, key deer. They're real little, tiny. You can see them down there. You got to go out of your way to see them, but they're in the endangered species list, and it's like a Galapagos Island type deal. Cute little tiny deer, Of course, they garner maximum sympathy from everybody, so you could beat your wife and get in less trouble than if you beat a key deer. They're that same way. A guy was telling me last night that on these sea turtles, they mark the places where they lay eggs. But they were having problems with people stealing them, which it was like that when I was down here. And now they do it with GPS, so you don't even know where they're at. Excuse me. Yeah, they're small. Yep, little tiny deer. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that, though, that you don't really know about until you go there, If you've never been to Key West, a lot of cruises stop there, which I think is a perfect way to visit it. You skip that whole, drive. Oh, the drive. I went the drive. You don't go right along the water all the time like you would expect. If you look at it on a map, you think you're just going to be seeing water on both sides of you most of the time. It's not quite like that. It's like wider than you think. Yeah. I'd still rather, overall, if I had my druthers, I'd rather a big, giant, blizzard than this any day. Yeah, I haven't been on that many cruises. I've been on like 5. That was enough. I don't really care for that like drinking Caribbean bullshit. The best cruise, of course, and a lot of people tell you this is Alaska, and that's because you're not going to get to see like Glacier Bay and a bunch of those places any other way. You can't go to Alaska and get on and leave Vancouver and just drive along the coast all the way up. It doesn't work that way. You got to go to those places individually, which of course you wouldn't do because it's super expensive. Yeah, I like the Alaska cruise, but I don't know if I'll ever go on another cruise. I thought I'd take one over Christmas. But I just saw, I don't know about it. With this day of COVID and all this shit around now, I mean, it's not like a major concern, but it is a little bit of a concern. Yeah, Kodiak Island's great. I've been there quite a few times. Yeah, I know some people that live there now. Yeah, Kodiak's cool. But again, it's not like you got to go out. Like if you want to see bears and stuff, you have to hire a guy. And they fly in this plane, they look down, they see the bears, and you go in line. I'm not saying you're not going to get lucky and see one in a garbage bin somewhere, but pretty damn unlikely. I mean, that's the thing. Once you get it, my opinion, once you get away from the water in Alaska, it's just like everywhere else. Denali National Park's not that great. Just looks like everywhere else. Once you get away from, like, they have that Wonder Lake out there, which is cool. Banff is really beautiful. Canada. That's one of the most photographed hotels in the world. That's gorgeous. But when you're I'll tell you what happens if you go to Alaska and you go on the interior and not a cruise. It's like maybe a once-in-a-lifetime trip for you. So you get there and you want to see all this shit, and you just drive your ass off. I mean, 500 miles a day is nothing, because you're trying to knock all this stuff out in a week or two, which is almost impossible. Yeah, I don't know. I never really spent too much time in Daytona. Once in a while. Yeah, but now if you're gonna rent a car, you know what a pain in the ass that is. Plus all the bullshit at an airport. It just seems like everything's like way more complicated now. There's a guy weed whacking along 95. How would you like to be doing that for your job? Now it's cool now, 72. But how would you like to do that for 30 years? Build these huge like tracts and subdivisions down here. All the houses look the same. Housing was an issue when I was down here in 92, and it's gotten nothing but worse. It's crazy. It's crazy. There's Astronaut High School right there. Good for you. That'll be good. How'd that go? Oh, good. You had a good time. That's good. I'm about 50 miles north of Melbourne now. I think I might have left a sweatshirt there, I'm not sure. Outside temp is 74. What kind of weather you get? Yeah, that's for sure. I might not have too, I'm not sure. Seems like I would have noticed it. Might have been on my bedspread. Hey, Mary. All right, have a good day, Blue. think I'm going to sign off here, guys. I'm going to use my GPS up here. So I hope you guys have a good day today. Thanks for visiting. Oh yeah, I do. I know, obsessed with driving. All right, Frisky. See ya. Bye, Mary. See you, Lucid. You too, Sandra. See you, Frisky.